Good day and welcome back to Elementary 72 Gaming. Now I'm back with Ultimate Arc and I've done some double checking and research and it turns out that 120 is the max on the server. Unfortunately, my adventure to get Uteranus ended up in a minor failure, right? I'll show you what I mean by a minor failure. I only managed to tame one. Now, there were actually two Uteranus in the same area. I saw this was a female, the other one was over 112. So it was a 112 plus a low level. Mix the male, mix the female, and get good babies. That was the general idea. Unfortunately, I ended up losing the 112 male to this Daedon over here. So I ended up taming him. And as you can see, he is quite high level. Right? As you can see, 4500 standard health. The food stat is nice and high. Weight is fair and melee damage is fair. Now, since Daedons aren't the best all-round tames, I'm actually going to work on it a little bit, see what I can improve and what I can change on him. So I'll see, maybe I'll give it some health mutations, some stamina mutations, and some food mutations. Ironically enough, that is going to make it a far better feeder. Now, I can actually do this one here with 5 stat increases: melee, weight, stamina, and health. Now, that's just one of the things about a Daedon. And yeah, that's just the way that it is. Right now, they are mating and they should be popping out babies like mad. Gestating. Okay, right, yeah. So, let's see. There should be one in here already. Answer to that is no, there isn't. So yeah, that is going to be slightly slower than what would be um, generally agreeable. Okay, this is such a small amount. I've made my mistakes, as I said, with this. I need to get 173, then I need to get 175, and then only will I have the right set. So let's have a look. Just type it in quickly. Now, obviously, mating and breeding are some of the most fun things to do. Okay, there we go. Just double checking. H2 was 171, so H3 is 173. And that is fantastic, so I can destroy everything inside there. Sorry about this little guy. Alright. I'll just toss him out over here. Options, change name. This is the actual H3. Unlike the one that I'm flying on, this one here is... Oh, sorry about that. I am playing in single player, so as you saw, the world froze the moment I hit that. I just need to double check that gestation period. I don't want to end up making the mistake that would cost me this breeding, because this breeding is so slow. I don't even want to think about how slow that's going to be. I'm going to have to go and get the Daedon saddle. So I'll see how that goes. I don't think it's going to be that hard to handle the Daedons. Now, as you can see, I know that the Dino Storage mod does a lot. It can actually act as a item collector, which is something I could always enable, and it could also act as the hatchery. Now, the hatchery, when you have Dino Storage, isn't that recommended. I can't believe... Oh, I do believe it. On the one side, it shows 23 mutations, so highly unlikely to get the mutations I'm looking for. 9-0 with a melee mutation. Okay. I might just do some crazy stuff with that guy. We'll see how that goes. Okay, no, this one here goes upstairs. I need to take out that Uteranus so it can lay eggs. But without a mate, that is going to be so difficult to get. I'm obviously gonna take like a few hundred of those eggs and use them for kibble. So I might just stash it at the other base, where it would be a lot more cozy, to be honest. Huh. This should be pretty much empty at the moment. Yeah, as you can see, pretty well set. I have more than enough time on him. This guy is also pretty well set, gonna be doing fantastic gardening, and this guy should be perfectly fine. Yeah, there we go. Collecting and then redistributing. I'm not sure on which class those eggs fall, but because they're mating, they're going to drop a ton of eggs that are fertilized instead of unfertilized, so not many kibble chances there. Okay, let's go have a look at this baby. Oh, not yet there. I'm a little bit shocked. Not very, just a little. I forgot that gestation is one of the most irritating things you have to go through. Straight into the machine. Let's have a look. It just needs to have the blue stats, and that will say it's the right one. As you can see, it took on 2 bad stats and it came out as a 130. Obviously, bad stats being health, which you definitely don't want on a bad stat, and movement speed being 11 isn't really all that bad, right? As you can see, it's -2. I'd love to have a 0 movement speed. It's the best way to go at it, but I didn't get that. You can see my stamina isn't super high. My oxygen is high of all stats, and the rest are fairly well. If I can get this 20 health up another 40, that's 60 health. If I can get the food up another 40, that's 57 food, which is a good way to start, and a 67 on the weight. That will be a nice set for this creature. You take it, you plant it in the right situation, and you're always going to have a good time. So yeah, let's just destroy soul in terminal. Okay. H3, let's see what's still on you. I know he's heavy for a reason. Oh yeah, I was about to take him over to the other side and empty him out. Oh man, this is going to be so sad. Organic polymer. That was like one of the biggest wins ever, because it doesn't require cementing paste to be made, and I made a ton of cementing paste, so now I have tons and tons. Now obviously, leaving that little gestation and hatch situation, as you can see, it's 5 minutes to each one of them being born. With the 5 minutes interval for gestation, I might have to make another breeding building altogether just for breeding. Unlike these buildings, which are super well spread out, a breeding building won't be that spaced out. It's just going to be 2 floors, 2 floors, 2 floors, 2 floors, and it will have a ton of these stations. Now obviously, I'm going to have to work on it a little bit better so that things don't go out of hand, because things have a tendency to go out of hand in this game. As you can see, even more beer on the way. Actually, you know what? I'm actually gonna store this low-level UT in here, because a Uteranus isn't really a good option for most places. As you can see, even though it's low level, its health is insane at just 522. Right. That's one of the Therizinosaurus. Oh yeah, I did bring it here for a reason. I forgot about that one. Now, you're gonna find this here a bit weird. I brought it here because the perfect male is on the side, and that is going to be the easiest way to get the mutations out that I want out. End of story. Quite quick, quite easy. Unfortunately, this is the catch. I have to pull it out like that. As you can see, there's not enough eggs in there. This place is mating like crazy. And I have my solution. I just realized what I can do. Because these aren't super important to mate, and I want to make sure that I don't throw out the wrong one. Yeah, I wanted to make a baby with that H14 stat completely mutated. I don't have to worry about it, it will get taken care of where it is. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. If you look inside stats, remember this is a melee kid, so no real health buff, but it still has enough health to survive because of the amount of food. And once it reaches juvenile, which is in a matter of minutes here, it starts feeding itself, so I don't have to worry about that. The only thing which differentiates this from the other theories is that melee stat. Now, wait, where is this? You can see it's 238, and on this one it is 294. 238 to 294 in however many levels it is. I believe I can see its ancestry. M2. Okay, so this is an M2. Parents are M3, so this will be a M4. Melee mutation 4. Alright, that's gonna be fantastic. I just have to stay in the base for a few minutes to make sure that that happens, and then I can have some fun with it, because once this one goes over, it's going to be far less mutated than the others were, because this female will have a crazy amount of mutations. So it's only going to come back as 32 mutations. It's not going to double up or triple up, and that's going to make it quite easy to keep the breeding going. Remember, those females are the problem. If I really wanted to, I'd need to make another set of perfect females just to properly breed, and I don't intend to do that anytime soon because that takes forever. As you can see, this not perfect male, sorry, this highly mutated H15 is super Christmas colored right now. Orange, red, it's so well mutated in terms of colors, it's not even funny to think about it anymore. And let's go EGG. Now obviously all of this is actually getting prepared for boss fights. I still haven't done all my preparation for cave running. Now in the worst case scenario, my day runs are going to be my cave runners. Obviously there are other options for cave runners. The perfect option would be a Thylacoleo. Unfortunately, I'm totally terrified of going up against them. I need to go 114. Oh wow, got a melee added to it. I'd love to throw it down and get it fully mutated just to go take it out for a spin, see what I'm working with. But obviously I want the full melee stat with the full health stat before I do that there. So this needs to be a H20 before I do something that crazy, and I need an M20 at least to get the perfect mate that I want. But yeah, that's just how it goes. Now yes, this base does have more space. I could technically put another 2 levels of mating above, but I actually intend to save it for tech tier stuff. So when this entire base is teched out and made into a tech fortress, which will be real soon, I'm not going to have to worry about much because that's going to be my big bad secret. This spot here in between the 4 lamps is actually meant for the tech generator. And once that is in, obviously everything is going to be super highlighted in tech, and this entire building is changing over to tech. So yeah, that is the big secret about it. That's what I've been holding off on. I'm actually intending to change every last piece of the space to tech, which is going to be super heavy. Tech doors are the first thing that's going to be replacing the doors over here. So this is going to come down, the tech door will go up, and hopefully that will make a massive change. I forgot about that. So there was a shortcut down all this time and I didn't even use it. Now I do intend to go back and get my Uteranus male. I'm hoping to get something above level 60 at the bare minimum, because you know the Therizinosaurus are really going to be a problem, because even at H20 it's not going to be superb. I don't think I showed it. Actually, I think I did show it, but the mutations aren't really that massive on it. Let's see. 62.7. So yeah, if the mutations play the way that I want them to, eventually I'll be able to do something. But let's just have a look at my egg situation. I know that the Therizinosaurus eggs are in the item collector, which is upstairs. Should grab them because there's no other eggs that are just going to pop out over here. Oh, I went to the net. Okay, let's grab this. 2, 3 eggs, huh? Not a problem. Let's see what kibble theories make. If I'm correct, they don't make anything spectacular, but just having kibble makes a big difference for anything that you're going to try later on. Example, if I decide to keep going after high level dinos, eventually with a nice set of kibble, that means I don't have to carry so much on me, and the eating habits of my dinos don't have to be taken into consideration. I know that I speak very very formal like, to be honest, and it's not intentional. It's just one of those odd things that I do. I really intend to stop doing it, but it's not the easiest thing in the world for me. Okay, so I am all the way up to exceptional kibble if I really wanted to make it. Oh, I actually have some folic chili somewhere. Oh, the rare flowers are being used to make this kibble. That is real sad. And is making enduro soup to make things even more sad. Now let's dump the kibble in here. This isn't the kibble that I want to be running around with. It's second highest. It can tame just about everything, but I want the highest here, obviously, because it gives me the best results. So let's go and add to this. Let's pull. I know I've got all the berries, Argentavis, and dump. Let's go BER. Joe. Narco. Stums, this is gonna be a big increase. Tinto, so that's, and dump. Okay, then I know there's citronelle and long grass, so sit. I know that these things are like super easy little things to do and they shouldn't be part of my videos, but I really don't have much else to do. If I go out taming right now, there's not much to do besides cull everything, because that's what I basically have been doing to make sure that the highest spawns are out, and I'm not enabling the full S plus features, so that's making a bit of a mess for me. Long grass, citronelle, Zebroot, rock carrot. Alright, that should do it. I've got a lot of narco berries. That means I can make a ton of narcotics. I could always remove that little feature, simple as it is. Now it may seem like I'm going way over excessive on that, but it's not. It's actually perfectly well done. Let's see, can I get 1,000 of this? No, no keratin. And I'll be short on stone. Shocker. Oh yeah, I wanted to get Daedon saddles while I was at it as well. I'm just remembering one or two small things at a time. Gotta be kidding me. No way around the RG. What a gatekeeper. Okay, let's go look in saddles. Okay, then let's type D. Oh, okay, so that was my mistake. Just need 2 of those for now. There is a special crafting potion that I know I can make. As you can see, its ingredients are pretty simple. I actually have just about everything needed to make it. Can make it in an instant, but I'm not gonna do it anytime soon. Be much easier to just ignore it for a little bit. Whew. I really need to get good saddle blueprints for the creatures that I'm using, because eventually they're gonna become so important. Let's see, I need to go to the caves. So starting off, obviously I'm gonna need absorbent substrate. That's gonna be a crazy thing to get my hands on because of the black pearl requirement, and I haven't yet even started in the sea. I have to start getting some sharks maybe, or maybe I need to get something else. Not sure. I actually want to go Basiliosaurus, and then I'll have to build a water pen base, which is going to be insane, and then I'll have my way. But as you can see, there's a lot of steps involved. Too close to base, and if I'm inside, it can cause a little bit more trouble than I'd like to even think of causing. I know I didn't empty this RG like I was supposed to, but there's a reason. I'm lazy. Oh, there it is. Okay, time for H3 to imagine the iteration number on this creature is so low, and I'm making such a big fuss out of it. Is he in the right place? And the answer is no. Sorry about that. H3. I have to perfectly place him, otherwise things just don't add up correctly. I struggled with this here before because if I place it slightly to the right or slightly to the left, a lot of them don't mate, and that is a big loss. Again, he bounced off. Well, let's just hitch him up. Let's see if it enables. I'll just go behavior, enable mating. Let's see what happens. Yeah, not right. Let's see now. I'm suspecting he's in the right spot. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. He's a little bit forward. Just a little. Makes such a big difference. I know that I suck at this, and placing these things are just so irritating because, as you can see, just 1 or 2 centimeters too far forward and I have an absolute disaster. Okay, I'm actually going to crouch now. I'm going to pull back on this side. Oh, he came out. I suspect it's not going to work, but let's give it a try anyway. Oh, they're all up. Oh, okay, perfect. Now I can just enable wandering, and they'll keep mating no matter how far away I go. These guys aren't here. They don't have enable wandering active because they are a little bit more harmful to my current setup. Just want to have a look. Let's see what I've got. No, definitely not. Absolutely not. Oh my goodness, an S1 before I even have a perfect male. Ugh, that is such a weird one. So 149 is the actual magic number. Alright, I got that first mutation, so let's destroy all souls. As soon as he's grown, he's going into a cryopod. He doesn't know it. Not cryopod, but he's just going to go away in storage for a little bit. Oh, and I need to go back to the other base, hatch those perfect male babies with mutated melee, and see how that goes, because when I mix them together I shouldn't get excess melee. Age 14 is just gonna stay here. It's one of those odd ones where I made a mistake and I'm just keeping the mistake. H2 is now inside here, which makes it perfect. I'll put the Daeodon saddles in here as well. And then I'm going to put the Daeodons in here. Now, as you can tell, stamina isn't my first worry. My first worry has always been health, because health on these creatures is some of the most important things, and taking them through caves is going to be quite dangerous, considering that I'm going to be taking the worst possible creature through a cave ever. Okay. I just remembered now that meat has a tendency to disappear when Daeodons are involved. So that is a worrying little discovery for me. There will be some RG eggs at the bottom, so I have to be a little bit careful with what I just did. Honestly, if I get another H mutation just like this off the back, that would be fantastic. It has happened to me quite a bit with the Therizinosaurs. So yeah, the moment I change males, I get another mutation straight up. Alright, let me go grab H3. Let's head over. I'm hoping to gain that male almost instantly off those two. Their mating period isn't the fastest, so won't be the very best, but yeah, let's see what I have. Everything is well looked after. I'm doing my best for this part. This is one of the most important parts. The Daeodon is one of the most important war creatures for taking on bosses, because without that healing you're going to be in a massive amount of trouble. And one of the most important creatures after that for... oh yeah, I forgot I have to be here for that meeting to occur. Yeah man, that's gonna suck. I didn't hitch them, that's how come I have to be here. Okay, so I'm actually looking for two. Let's see if any of the 9 zeros are here. They're all females. And they from 112. Okay. I'm actually looking for 114 now. must on both accounts. So destroy everything. This shouldn't take too long, considering that this isn't going to be an insane amount of eggs required just to get what I want. Okay, it just popped out once, so let's go through this here. As I said, it's just the male that I need. It's easier to get the male than to get the female. As you can see, I have backup females sitting around in case I ever want to kick up the mating process a little bit ahead of time. And I'll go straight to 90. And I am looking for males, which makes it even more ironic. Oh, those are the health ones. Health ones. Health. Health again. Okay, that was real odd. It shouldn't have had only those. Should have had some from my melee one, because I'm close enough. Okay, so that's gonna be about it for this video. I know it's been totally boring, but soon starts the caves, and when the caves starts the water creature taming, because I have to get a Basiliosaurus. There is no other option for the water cave. Sharks can't do the water cave properly because of jellyfish, and if jellyfish hit me on a shark, I'm finished. If jellyfish hit a Basiliosaurus, there's no stun lock. That means that I can just mow right through them with the Basiliosaurus. So that's what I'm going to be going for. I hope you all did enjoy this video, because Ultimate Arc is about to crank up quite a bit. See you all in the next one, and have